Lesson 12. Under the water.
Hello. Today we will quickly review verb tense formation and then we'll learn some phrasal verbs. But first, let's learn some new vocabulary. Scuba diving. Scuba diving. Scuba diving is the sport of swimming underwater while breathing through a tube connected to a container on your back. A scuba diver. A scuba diver. This person is the person who does scuba diving. An air tank. An air tank. An air tank is a container of air that is on a scuba diver's back. A scuba diving mask. A scuba diving mask. A scuba diving mask is a piece of equipment made of rubber which covers a scuba diver's face. A piece of glass in the mask allows the diver to see. A flipper. A flipper. A flipper is a large flat rubber shoe worn by divers to help them swim faster. A snorkel. A snorkel. A snorkel is a tube which allows a person to breathe underwater. A person who uses a snorkel is called a snorkeler. Coral. Coral is a hard red, white or pink substance formed by the bones of tiny sea creatures. A coral reef. A coral reef. Coral reef is a line of hard rocks formed by coral found in warm sea that isn't very deep. An atoll. An atoll. An atoll is a coral island formed in the shape of a ring or a moon. A shark. A shark. A shark is a large carnivorous fish that has several rows of very sharp teeth. A ray. A ray is a large flat sea fish with a long pointed tail. An octopus. An octopus. An octopus is a sea creature with 8 tentacles or arms. A jellyfish. A jellyfish. A jellyfish is a round, transparent sea creature that sometimes stings people. A squid. A squid. A squid is a sea creature with a long body and long arms around its mouth. It has 8 arms. A crab. A crab is a sea creature whose body is covered with a shell and has 5 legs on each side with 2 large claws on the front. A fin. A fin. A fin is one of the thin body parts of a fish that the fish uses to swim. Finally, a spear gun. A spear gun. A spear gun is a type of weapon used underwater which fires a pole with a sharp pointed end. Okay, let's go over these again. Scuba diving. A scuba diver. An air tank. A scuba diving mask. A flipper. A snorkel. Coral and a coral reef. An atoll. A shark. A ray. An octopus. A jellyfish. A squid. A crab. A fin. And a spear gun.
Verb tense formation.
Now let's review verb tenses and how each tense is formed. The simple present tense is formed in this way. I eat. You eat. He, she, it eats. We eat, you eat, they eat. I eat, you eat, he, she, it eats. We eat, you eat, and they eat. Now the verb after he, she, or it has a final S. For example, Yvonne loves to eat crabs. The present continuous is formed by adding ing after the verb. The girl is scuba diving. We form the simple past by adding ed to the verb. For example, Hank cleaned his flippers. However, there are many irregular verbs in the past tense. Here's an example. The experienced divers swam to the coral atoll. The past continuous is formed by using was, were, plus verb, plus ing. The fishermen were lowering their nets when the rain started. For the future tense, we use going to or will. Jack is going to collect some coral tomorrow. Ken will help him. We can also use the present continuous for future actions. For example, I am photographing the ray next week. To form the present perfect, we use have, has, plus past participle. Here's an example. We have dove here before. To form the past perfect, we use had plus past participle. The coral had disappeared before the divers arrived. To form the passive, we use is or were or was or were plus the past participle. An example, the snorkel was stolen by Frank.
Phrasal verbs.
Now we have many phrasal verbs. Let's begin with inseparable phrasal verbs. Inseparable phrasal verbs. Have a look at these examples on your screen. The ship's captain doesn't agree with the divers. This mask belongs to Marty. I don't care about going near the sharks. Coral consists of the bones of tiny sea creatures. Phrasal verbs are special verbs which are followed by a preposition. For example, in sentence 1, preposition with follows the verb agree. Certain prepositions follow certain verbs. Some phrasal verbs are inseparable, meaning the preposition has only one possible position in the sentence. In most cases, it immediately follows the verb. For example, to agree with. I agree with you. In this group, the preposition doesn't change the meaning of the group. Phrasal verbs can be used in all verb tenses. I agree with you, I agreed with you, I am agreeing with you, etc. Let's look at some more inseparable verbs. Dream about. Karen dreams about killing a shark with her spear gun. Laugh at. The divers were laughing at the playful angelfish. Leave for. The snorkelers had already left for home when the jellyfish appeared. Listen to. Amateur divers